Oh, hi, hi. I'm seeing the light. I'm seeing the light. What a delight. Hmm? So here I am again. I'm doing this clip because, well, some things have changed. Like I reported to you guys already that I've been starting about a week ago this medication called doxycycline here, this stuff here. And it helped for a week now. Although I had itchings all the time, continuous, like on the head, because there are places of crusts there, like you've seen in one of my video where I've filmed actually the areas as good as I could, you know, with this camera, and you could see there that there were places of crusts there. And for about 5-6 days now, it's been calm, you know. Like this medication, it's against like super infections, but it's in general. Even if you have a cold or something like that, you may use that, you know. And because I don't have a diagnosis yet, and those guys like that hospital, which is a private, well, only private people may go there, you know, that can afford it for diagnosis and so on. I've sent them links to my YouTube channel here as well. So I guess they've been what's called abonnieren, you know, click the button and then you get the message whenever I upload something. So I don't know. There are only a few people visible. The rest is anonymous, you know, not visible. I don't know who has abonnent my channel, which is okay. The more I have, the more you know, it's good for me. And like I said, 5 days, 6 days, it's been quiet. There were some itches there, but that may have been through the medication. Like after this medication, you guys didn't see this clip, but I also took like 5 days long, 2 days a day, those Ibu, those painkillers, 800 milligrams, which normally you're supposed to take only maximum like maybe 1 a day. It's because the stinging sensations of those Morgellons, you know, it's really, it's draining me and it hurts. It hurts. I've survived it so long so far without painkiller, but if there's painkiller, why shouldn't I take that, right? You know, and as soon as you feel this Ibu starting to work in you, this painkiller, it's suddenly like a, you know, it's like a stressy day, and you drive to the beach, you know, there's a nice sand, and maybe the water is nice and calm, and it's beautiful, you know, and suddenly you feel it, the stress you're leaving behind and everything, you're just relaxing there, maybe you're meditating, or just sit down comfortably, looking at the ocean, whatever, and just relaxing. In this moment, when you feel this kind of relaxation, this is the kind of feeling when you get when you are in pain, and this painkiller is starting to work, you know, it's like the world is a perfect place, everything is just perfect, you know. This is the kind of feeling you suddenly get. This Ibu, I've been taking like two of them a day at 800 milligrams and for 5 days, and it's set in the Beipackzettel. It means every box, you know, those medications, they have a little 2-3 feet long description for what it is, how you're supposed to take it, and the side effects. The only side effects, well, not only in that Ibu was not only. The side effect was you may get an edema, I think it's called. In German, it's called an Ödem. It's spelled well. This, you don't have those letters. Ö. Well, anyways, what happens is that what you saw, you know, those that clip with those swollen feet, that was the result of it. In that medication, there's also a possibility of an edema or ödem of the face. You know, I've googled it, you know, like some places, I've seen pictures of getting ödems of the face, you know, in the cheeks, or you suddenly, your thing gets swollen up, you know, you look really stupid. Yes, for taking these medications. Yeah, that is stupid. And that was less of my worry. But then when I suddenly had these swollen feet, they looked like elephant feet, like I really thought that it was that medication that I had there back then, you know, that was the medication. And so I got upset at it. And after shortly before the end of the video, I just took it and I just destroyed it. I was, you know, upset at it. Although for 5 days, you know, everything was great, you know. And then suddenly when I realized that this was happening, you know, calculating like 5 days ago, I started also taking those e-boosts. Then I really thought that it was that medication. Eventually I got some, well, when you go to the bathroom urinating, then you have this like burning sensation that happened after I took another one. Not this one, but there was another one after I destroyed it a few days ago. I became some other antibiotica, which interestingly, when you go to the drugstore to get them, because you have this recipe, this slip. Normally in Germany you pay for every drug that you're getting through a doctor €5. I've had an antidepressive already, maybe half a year ago from my doctor. Well, there's lots of doctors in there, which had to 99.999% side effects. And you know, and when I go to the drugstore to get it, I got it for free. So that gets me thinking that there's something wrong, you know, something's wrong. Maybe a medication that causes so many side effects doesn't have anymore that what it's supposed to be for, right? Same thing with this second antibiotic that I got from this doctor, because he's a good doctor. Like, he told me about the edemas when I would take those medication to get rid of those edemas of those feet. It was like that. 2 days later, you know, like they were as good as gone. And still, that one antibiotic after that one I had before, I've destroyed it, and I got a second one that had also against what it was for, was lots of it, and also you will get side effects of the same stuff that it was actually, that it would eliminate those problems with. You know what I mean? Like, these are all my things that I want to get rid of, but the side effects will be that you will get these things again. You will even get candida, which is a fungi. You know, I've seen the fungi already grow on my when I had to crunch those wounds, you know, and picking them out with my tweezers, you know. And I saw in one of those clips where the fungi was starting to build up. It's like they're trying to fight me, because for those Morgellian strings I am like an enemy, you know, picking them out. So they just wanted to get rid of me. Same thing if I've read things like that when it gets quite cold, they will also protect themselves with this fungi, which they will grow around themselves, you know, in covering them with less than a few minutes. I've seen this already happen, you know. So I've seen in another video, oh, it gives me a headache now, it causes also side effects, that they say Morgellions are everywhere on the planet except in the Antarctic. Are you sure? Because when they are saving themselves from enemies like me who are picking them out, and they also do that because, for instance, if it gets too cold, they build that kind of cover, this kind of candida fungi is growing on them, around them, you know, covering them with it. Then no wonder in the Antarctic they say there is no Morgellions. I think they have it there as well, only it's protected, you know, and you may not even see it because if you don't get the idea to check it out through a microscope, like I do 200, 300 times, seeing those Morgellions dancing in there, then how are you supposed to know, right?